Hey guys, it's the Whisking Angel here. Let's get whisking! Okay, so today we're going to be baking some eggless chocolate chip cookies. Woo! Obviously, a lot of you know that I do not usually bake with eggs. I've never really learned how to bake with eggs. Most of my baking's eggless, so I kind of want to just keep on that because a lot of my family don't eat eggs, so I prefer making things without eggs to sort of accommodate for them. So here we get, well, let's just get started. Okay, so I've got all my ingredients measured out here, and I will be telling you how much of what I have got here with me. So over here I've got my bowl and my sieve. In this bowl I have 1 1/4 cup of plain flour with a ½ teaspoon of baking soda. From the 1 1/4 cups of flour, I've taken out 2 tablespoons for later on. We're going to sieve the flour now. Okay, and that's done. Oops, bit of a mess, but that's okay. I'm going to leave this aside for later, and instead I'm going to take this bowl. Okay. Now, in here, I've got ½ cup of melted butter. I prefer to use salted, but if you want to use unsalted, that's okay. If you're going to use unsalted in the flour mixture, add in like a pinch of salt to it, just to add that saltiness to your cookies. So we're going to pour that in here. Okay. My trusted whisk, and just make sure there's no lumps in there. Okay. So we've got that all nice and smooth. I have got 2 types of sugars here. I have got a brown sugar, so this is 1/4 cup brown sugar, and I'm going to add this in and give it a good whisk. Just before, when you measure it out, just make sure there's no lumps in the sugar, because otherwise your cookies will have some sugar lumps in there, which is not the nicest thing really, but some people may like it. And I'm going to add in the white sugar now. So some of you may be wondering why we're using 2 types of sugar. White sugar, granulated sugar, is normally used for most baking. In this, the reason we use brown sugar is to make the cookies quite chewy. So the brown sugar is to make them chewy, the white sugar is to make them crisp on the outside. Okay, just get it quite nice and smooth. Whisk, whisk, whisk. Okay, once you're happy with the consistency of the mixture, you can now add in the milk. So I've got 2 tablespoons of milk here, and I will add that in. Again, give it a nice mix. And then you've got to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Ooh. That didn't pour out very well, but that's okay. Just put that in there so it doesn't leak anywhere. Okay, and now whisk this until it is nice and creamy. Okay, so this, I don't know if you can see it, it's quite a nice and smooth, creamy batter or mixture. To this, we're now going to add the flour mixture. So, this down, and we're going to add that in. Now this can get a little bit messy. You may have to use your hands, so don't mind me if I have to use mine. Ooh. Okay. Well, this is quite soft still, but you can see it has stiffened up a little bit. So that's the consistency you should be expecting at this point. Now what I'm going to do to it is I'm going to add the chocolate chips in. So this is half a cup of chocolate. It's not chocolate chips, it's just chopped up cooking chocolate. So I've got a mixture of white and milk. You can choose whatever you like. Go for dark, and you don't also have to just have, you can have as many types as you want in there. You don't have to have two like I've got. So I'll add that in there. Okay, now I may need to use my hands. Ooh. This is obviously going to get quite messy, so just make sure you're prepared for the mess. Just give it a nice knead. Okay, this is quite a soft dough consistency now. I'm going to add the 2 teaspoons of flour to it to get it a little bit thicker. And then mix it again. So over here, we've got, in my opinion, what is the perfect dough consistency. You can shape it into a ball if you want. If you would like, if you think it's too soft, you can put it in the fridge for, say, about half an hour to get a little bit harder before you mold it into balls. And if you're happy with it, you can obviously use it the way it is. So I'm going to start getting molding, and I will get my tray now. Okay, so I have my baking tray here. So I'm going to mold these into little balls, and I'm going to place them on the tray apart from each other so that they have space to rise a little bit and become nice cookie shapes. You can obviously measure it. You can use a tablespoon to do it. You can use a measuring cup if you want. I just, especially when I'm just doing it for home, I like to just kind of go for it with my hands. Make sure each one has enough chocolate in it as well. You want it fairly distributed. Okay, there we go. I'm going to place these in the oven for about 10 to 12 minutes until they're sort of nice and golden brown. Okay, so the cookies are out of the oven. They took 12 minutes to bake, and I let them rest for about 10 minutes and then took them out of the tray and put them on here. As you can see, they're a perfect size, quite crispy on the outside and nice, soft and chewy on the inside. That looks absolutely delicious. Cannot wait to try one. That's so good. So, give these a try at home and send me pictures of your ones. I have to say though, they're not very sweet at all, so you can add more chocolate to them if you'd like. I really prefer them this sweetness. Don't like them very sweet, so these are perfect for me. But obviously if you want them sweeter, add more chocolate to them. You can try add other types of chocolates in there, like Snickers, Ferrero Rocher, Maltesers, you know, whatever you want. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel. And see you next time. Bye guys.